At the bottom, number 11, Teo Nape, made a very good debut last week in Hong Kong. Japan's team, well, they have interest, rather inexperienced squad there. Number 2 will be playing against fellow countrymen, Siupele Lokatui, a Tongan by birth. He's there, and also Karu Matsushita, an excellent debut last week in Hong Kong for him as well. And Yosuke Kabuki, number 8, is on his 6th year on the circuit. He's the most experienced. The teams are on the field. Tonga, Tonga, Tonga. We hear it so often. Young woman wrapped in the Tongan flag as her dress for the day, and how appropriate that is from the friendly Isles. The smiles, and here's the referee from Italy, Carlo Damasco, giving this a good international flavour. It'll be Tonga and Japan. Other teams in this pool, Samoa and Wales, who you've just seen, means it's quite even, although a good win there by Samoa in the previous round. Japan playing in the dark colours against Tonga in the red. Both teams favour red, of course, the cherry and white hoops of Japan usually. And here goes Kaufusi from the kickoff. Put the clock on this one. He's going to touch down in probably less than 10 seconds. Well, he went around the in-goal area too slowly to make it 10 seconds, but it's going to be 22 seconds after kickoff that he scores. Teumuli Kaufusi puts Tonga into the early lead. The fitness and structure is a number 8 forward in the 15s. It came from the kickoff. Up go the jumpers, deflected back, not cleanly, and away went Kaufusi. Referee played a nice advantage there, you heard, as he joined in the running. And then it was a stroll in for Kaufusi. The conversion has made it 7-0 after a minute.
Have a look to the line.
So here's the second attempt for a clean catch by Japan.
Ball is out now.
Matsushita's number 5. It's gone to Tonga. The Japanese simply must tackle, because here's another run, and this one is by Piasipa Moimoi. Goodness. Too easy. Japanese not controlling 2 kickoffs and not at all tackling well. Here it is again. Moimoi on his own. He wasn't touched, you know. He wasn't even touched. And so they had 2 tries down and no tackles made. The conversion is not over. It's 12-0. Sipa Moimoi, 24 years of age, from the Tauta Reds. And in New Zealand for North Otago in the New Zealand Provincial Championship for a couple of seasons. Nice kickoff. Let's see how Japan goes. Up goes the jumper Imamoto, and I don't believe it. Now they must make their tackles. Let's see what they can do. They've got Lokatui way up the top of the picture for Japan, and he is a Tongan. He'll be a bit embarrassed at the moment, the way his Tongans have raced through their team. But here is a chance now for Japan to come into, at least into Tongan territory. Nili Latu, number 2, digging deep, has won it nicely. Here goes John Coker, looking very like the New Zealand man with the same name. That's because they're identical twins. And here he goes again, John Coker. Big fend off at halfway from Moimoi. It's one-way traffic. Latu. Nili Latu. He's not a great speedster, but he just jogs it in. Well, at the start of this game, you might have thought this is an an even contest, but Japan simply not in it. Nili Latu had such a good Rugby World Cup, didn't he? He's a player from the Bay of Plenty Union in New Zealand. And look at this, he gets the ball there, an attempted tackle on him, just an arm out really, no muscle in the tackle, and he's got time to kind of make a gesture that it might be an inside pass coming for Kalia, but in the end he did it himself. Conversion attempt by Poteki, and it's not over. 17-0, and that is really disappointing from Japan, but impressive by Tonga. Poteki kicks off, and these are good kicks. The jumper this time for Japan was Hajime Date, playing in his first tournament, and the pass away is from Matsushita. And what can they conjure up here as they come towards halfway now through? Kick ahead, and the runner is Suzuki. So a flourish there from Japan. A good run there by Takashi Suzuki. That's him with the ball. Number 6 is Koka and Latu. Front row 4, and then
touch, pose, engage.
Kaufusi. Powerhouse forwards from Tonga, but Japan have the ball here. Now here is the first touch for Lokatui. Educated in New Zealand at Kelston Boys High School. Big rugby school in Auckland, but it's again with Tonga. They've scored 3 tries. Lovely pass by Koka to Latu. Battling up towards halfway. They're hanging off him, and the tackler in the end was Kuruzuru from Japan. And now here's a run straight through by Kalia. And the speedster for Japan tried to catch him, but that was Yokoyama, but good try, well taken by Yolosi Kalia. Here's a man who back home is a village chief in Tonga society. Good chase by Shinichi Yokoyama. And the kick is over, and that is half-time, and it's 24 points to 0 in favour of Tonga, and no wonder they're happy. In fact, there is the half-time hooter, but referee Damasco is going to play on. He's going to play to the first breakdown. Goodness, it could be 31-0 if they secure the ball from the kickoff. In goes the jumper Date, and they've got it, but it looks like it's wrestled away by Tonga in there, unless I'm mistaken. That's a penalty for Tonga, so they won't go for the half-time break. They didn't release. So what's cooking is Poteki comes forward, and he'll play this. No, it'll be half-time now. They just kicked it out. They were satisfied with the 24-0 at the break, and there it is. 4 tries. Kaufusi, Moimoi, Latu, and Kalia. 24-0 at half-time. We're going to go inside the camps at half-time. Here is Waturu Murata. Very disappointed coach, no doubt. Peter Tanganoa from Tonga. What a lovely day it is in Adelaide, in South Australia. South Australia's capital city, population of 1.1 million residents in this city. Beautiful Mediterranean climate. Average summer temperatures, get this, 29 degrees. Average maximum temperature in winter, and if you're watching from a far-flung place, 15 degrees, the average in the winter. Second half begins. Tonga rush forward. Japan leaving a lot of gaps at the catch, and it's easy pickings for Tonga at these kick-off receipts. And at last, a good tackle coming in. It's by the ex-Tongan player, Siopela Lokatui. He made a good, strong tackle, and that's the first of the game for Japan. The restart's just amazing.
Number 1, please, Blue.
See the restarts. Tonga have claimed 5, Japan just 1, and that's the difference.
Okay.
4 is the difference. 4 tries. 24-0. It's a simple equation, really, isn't it? It's the same in 15-a-side rugby. I remember Wallaby coach Rod McQueen telling me that, and he'd worked out 85% of the times a ball is claimed from a kick-off, that team scores next. And that's in the long version of the game. Here is Yokoyama. He's got a twin brother in the game as well, but they're not playing well at all, are they? Here is Latu, referee's playing advantage. Nili Latu gives it in to Kaufusi. He opened the scoring in the first half. He's going to open the scoring in the second. Teamuli Kaufusi.
11 blue coming off. 11 blue. 11. Yeah,
so there it is, a comfortable run in for the second time for Kaufusi. Good work by Latu, very busy. And then the change of direction just confuses totally the already wide open spread of the Japanese defense.
Right.
So coming on for Tonga now is Alaska Taufa. Gosh, they're the most visible supporters we've seen so far. Tongans and Fijians here and plenty. The kickoff this time is taken by Moimoi.
It's okay.
And that one didn't go 10 meters, but Japan elected to play it, so the game is play on. It comes out from Matsushita now. Change of direction, sees Suzuki on the run. Lovely run by Suzuki. A moment for little old Japan, but Latu drags them across the sideline. Quick throw in, that's a good new part of the plan of action of many of the teams here in the Sevens world. And here goes the man himself. It's another runaway perhaps. This time a try coming for the new man on the field, Alaska Taufa. He played in the Wellington tournament this year and then was off the scene until called in for this tournament here. Again, plays out of Auckland, New Zealand, and Taufa is in.
Number 3 red. 3 red coming off. 3.
Good strong run by a man with a lovely Christian name, Alaska Taufa. And in he goes.
8. Number 8, please.
So there is John Coker.
Okay.
He's out of this
2.
match, subbed off the field.
Wait. Number 2.
It's 38-0. 14 in the second half already.
Okay, anything okay now?
Now they're doing a big turnover of players. Nili Latu has gone to the sideline now. It's going to be a great battle in this pool between Tonga and Samoa and indeed Tonga and Wales. Based on what we're seeing here, 38-0 to Tonga.
Advantage.
Kurio So is on the field.
Just the guy's trick of binding, you know, binding the well.
Liami Ma'afo is on.
Touch, pose, engage. Come on. Ball is out.
So here it comes again for Tonga. Speed out wide by Kalia, and then he goes. Then another try, that's the second for this man, Kalia. And this is 7 tries now for Tonga. And no wonder they're looking pretty relaxed. 43 now they have scored. This is impressive, but very disappointing for Japan. So good attacking runs by Tonga, but defence failing miserably. And look at that. We've had 6 clean missed tackles by Japan, none by the Tongans. Mind you, the tackles made the Tongans 100 and Japan only 53%. And that's allowed the Tongans to charge through. Nice kick-off by Moi Moi. And taken at last by So, the player of Korean background playing for Japan. Cleared away this time by Takayama, and they move it along the line. But again, altogether too strong, the Tongan team. They're looking good today, Tonga. Now here comes Lokatui. I bet you he wished he was playing for his old countrymen, and he's bravely taking them on his own. Siopeli Lokatui, there's nobody with them. And finally there was, but it's been lost. Advantage for Tonga, and away goes Nafe. Teo Nafe gets try number 8. Brave stuff from Lokatui for Japan, but the turnover came when he was left isolated for a few seconds. He tried to make a connection to a teammate coming through, and it rolled loose. Away went Tonga. End of story. Here he goes. A brave effort, this one, but then the connection to Yamada didn't work, and away goes Teo Nafe. Minute and a quarter to go. Will they get 50? Murata, one of the great men of Japanese rugby, be very disappointed with this. There's another variation of the kickoff, and away they come again. And is there a tackler in sight? No, that's one bullied over. Yamada, number 10 it was. Lokatui is penalised for hands in there. There he is, battling Siopeli Lokatui, trying to make something for Japan here. But the last say in the game could be Tonga heading over 50 points. That pass doesn't go to hand. In the end, it bounces. And have they got a setup for one more run? No, it's coming for Japan, and So clears it. Lokatui again takes it to his former teammates, former countrymen, strongly. And have they got it one more time? There it is. Suzuki. And over the touchline. Oh, no, it's not. It's near the touchline. The siren is gone. Here they go for 50. Can they knock up 50 on the Adelaide Oval, the great cricket ground? Kalia. He's decided to put a kick in, and he's got it. And there's no one in front of them. So Uolosi Kalia knocks up 50 for Tonga. Wait, that's more than a run a minute. It's Tonga's highest score ever in an IRB 7's tournament, and the third highest score for Tonga. Kick is over, and it's going to be a 55-0 scoreline, is it? Did the kick go over? It might not have. It missed. It's actually 53-0. They're keeping the scorers busy here with a very good 9-try haul. Tonga 53, Japan 0.